Well, we've got some interesting news. If you stop gossiping, you could lose some weight. Here to explain is the author of Weight Release, A Liberating Journey, Freeman Michaels.
Good to see you guys.
You know, we want to talk about your story because we have some pictures, too. You were on The Young and the Restless for many years.
In the middle 90s, yeah.
And then you left the show and gained a lot of weight.
I did.
How heavy did you get? Oh,
well, probably 100 pounds from when I was on the show to where you see me in the photo. But I probably have released 70, maybe more, 75 pounds.
So you got up to what,
275, maybe 280.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then what turned it around? Like, what was the aha moment for you to be like, I need to lose this weight?
Yeah, I think there was a series of aha moments. I really recognized how negative thinking was what I was caught in. And here's how I'll explain that. You know, I went up and down sort of my whole life. And whenever I was thin, I was incredibly judgmental of anyone who was heavy. And the truth is, that was just me on a different day. I mean, I kept going up and down. I was going to be there again.
Right.
So it was myself I was judging. And so the whole thing that interrupts the pattern, see, we call it weight release, not weight loss. I know you said weight loss in the intro, because what we're releasing is actually the burden of a thought system that has us caught in patterns of behavior that don't serve us.
Okay, so like gossiping is not a pattern that serves us.
Right, it's a pattern of behavior, and it's even a pattern of thinking, right? So it's rooted in negativity. And so what we have to release is the negativity. And it's not just gossip. Things like, pessimism, any kind of critical, hypercritical thinking, even when we do self-deprecating things. You know, this is about honoring ourselves. And so much of what we've learned to do is come from a negative perspective. I mean, that's what dieting is. Right. Dieting is not liking yourself, so what? You're going to hate yourself into loving yourself? You know, you're going to guilt trip yourself into making positive choices? Good luck. It doesn't last.
So this mind frame, if you're thinking negatively, if you're gossiping, it's stemming from what? Your self-esteem, and that causes you not to release weight?
Well, okay, so we want to support your self-esteem. So we're coming at this from a self-honoring, self-loving perspective. And we're talking about having compassion for ourselves. Because, look, all of these patterns of behavior are based in needs. Right. We have needs that we've learned to meet with food. Food, for me, we talked about last time I was on the show. I would cope with food. It's how I dealt with stress, anxiety, fear, loneliness. I have foods that I associate with certain things. When I'm anxious, I want to crunch, I want salty. Right. When I'm sad, I want creamy and sweet. I want ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's clearly associative.
It's like emotional eating.
It is emotional eating.
So give us a couple of tips that'll help us get on the right path. And you say there's such a thing as good gossip.
Well, this is a little trick. Yeah. So let's say, for example, you catch that you're in a pattern of behavior, gossiping, for example, and it's negative thinking, you realize you're doing, you're like, I don't want to do that. So here's a way to just interrupt it in the moment. I call it good gossip. So let's just do it. Betty comes in and everyone at the office is like, oh, did you see what Betty wears? And you say, you know what I love about Betty? She really has the courage to just do what she wants to do. I wish I was more like Betty. See, that's good gossip. And so that shifts the dynamic. And enough of those kinds of things support support the weight release. It's not one-dimensional. There's a lot of pieces. We have to find out what really feeds you. Yeah. Because it ain't the food. Right.
Okay. Yeah. So, like, if you have this negativity inside you, how do you unplug from those thoughts?
Yeah, well, unplug from a lot of things. I mean, I say unplug from things that are negative. You know, and a lot of things we don't even think of that get us down. Sometimes, you know, I was saying last time I was on about programs we watch that are negative. Yeah. How we just keep promoting the negative story and just catching the conversations we get caught in and shifting them slightly. Going for more positive experiences. Directing our experience. I call it being intentional, right? But intentional not in the sense of what we want externally, but in the quality of the experience. So my intention right now is to connect with you. And in that, I listen in a different way. Right? I have a different experience when I'm going for a connection.
I feel connected.
Yeah, that's so, you see, we did it.
Actually.
Yeah, you look connected.
I wish I could talk to you so much longer, but we want to mention that Freeman has a lecture tonight at the New Living Expo conference at 9 p.m. at the Concourse Exhibition Center in San Francisco. We have more information on our website, and the book is Weight Release. Freeman Michaels, thank you so much.
Good to see you.
Thank you, guys.
Nice to see you.
Always a pleasure.